Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another interesting video topic. I want to talk about fat shaming, fat shaming women. I know a lot of you women out there that can relate to that. I know I certainly can relate to. What really bothered me is a couple of weeks ago, for the past couple of weeks, the situation with Layla Rashawn and her husband. I don't want to get caught up in talking about that. um, Talking about him cheating with Nicole Murphy, and she got a nice body on her and everything, and Layla Rashawn, she's gained some weight, but I still think she's beautiful. I still think she's beautiful. But they say that she has some health issues. Allegedly, that she says that they say allegedly she has health issues, and that it's a lot of different reasons why women gain weight. Women gain weight as they get older. We gain weight as we get older. Menopause can cause us to gain weight. Um, um, if you have any kind of, I know I have a thyroid disorder, so it's hard for me to. I can lose weight, but it's very difficult for me to lose weight because my metabolism is super slow, super slow. Plus, I'm menopausal. It's a lot of reasons why women gain weight as we get older. As women get older, some more women are more prone to weight gain than others. Unless some women have extremely good genes and they don't gain a lot of weight, but mostly all women pick up a few. Even the really skinny women, they might get a little bit of a belly. Women gain weight as we get older, and there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of um, reasons why women gain weight. They say that she has lupus, allegedly. I don't know. Um, but what really bothered me about this situation is people kept blaming her. People kept putting the blame for him cheating on her because she gained weight. That's the part that was really disturbing to me. That's the part that really messed me up. I'm like, are you serious? So, first of all, this guy is committing adultery. He stood before God. He made a promise. He made a covenant with God, and he made a covenant with her, um, to love, be faithful, all that. When you take those vows when you get married, okay. So that's you literally making a promise, making a covenant with God, okay. So, but he decides that he wants to go out there and mess around, okay. So instead of holding him accountable because he's married, he took vows. He's not supposed to be cheating for any reason. The Bible didn't say, oh well, you're not supposed to cheat. But if the woman gains weight, yeah, it's okay. Where that, show me in the Bible where it says that. I'll wait. There's nothing in the Bible that says, well, it's not okay to cheat unless your wife gains weight on you. No, it's not okay to cheat. It is not okay for him to cheat under any circumstances. I don't care what the situation is. It is not okay for him to cheat. And I think that it just appalls me. I'm just appalled by the fact that they are blaming Layla for him cheating because she gained weight. And people are not stopping to think she's got health issues. It could be she's getting older. Our metabolism slows down as we get older. It is not okay. They literally was fat shaming this woman, fat shaming her, saying that, because she gained weight. What really bothers me? Why is it? I got a question. Why is it when men cheat? Why is it that all the blame is always placed on women? Why is it they always place all the blame on the woman for a man cheating? If a man cheats on a woman, why is it always the woman's fault? It must have been something she didn't do. She wasn't doing something right. She wasn't pleasing him, or she's gained weight, or she's not keeping herself up no more, and all this. Why when a man cheat, why don't people hold that man accountable? Why do men get a free pass? I mean, that's probably a whole nother video topic. why do they get a pass? But now let the tables be turned. What if the tables were turned and he gained a lot of weight and she was out there cheating on him? I bet you she would be called every filthy, dirty name in the book but the child of God. And you guys know that. If the tables were turned and she was the one that was out there cheating and he gained weight, y'all wouldn't be blaming him. They wouldn't be blaming him and saying, "Oh, it's because he gained weight. That's why she's cheating." It's sexist. It's sexist, and it is fat shaming. First of all, we don't know what Lada's going through. We don't know what she's going through emotionally. We don't. It's not loving. It is not loving. That's not loving. We don't know. We don't know. People don't know what she's going through. What she's going through emotionally, or if she's having health problems. Health problems can make you depressed. I know I'm the testimony to that. She could have a lot going on. She could have a lot on her emotionally, mentally, you know. And it's not loving. It is not loving for people to sit here and fat shame this woman and say, oh, it's her fault because she gained weight. Like she just let herself go. First of all, she's not that heavy. That picture they took of her is a bad shot. Okay, it's a bad shot. She's not that heavy. I still think she's beautiful. She's always been beautiful. I still think she's beautiful. And so I just think that is not okay. It is not okay. It is not okay to fat shame. I've been through it. I've been through it myself when I was heavier. People making snide remarks, people making comments. You know, um, I know after I had my oldest son, you know, I've had always been small up until I had my oldest son. It wasn't until after I had my oldest son that I started having uh, issues with weight. But up until then, I didn't grow up. When I was growing up, I was tiny. I wasn't a heavy child. I say I was tiny. I was tiny when I was growing up. I never had any weight issues until after I had my oldest son. After I had my oldest son, then that's when I started having weight issues, problems with, keeping my weight down and stuff like that. Weight fluctuating, stuff like that. And I remember like right after I had my oldest son, people were making comments about my weight. I had never had issues with my weight ever, ever. So I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to people making comments about my weight because I never had a weight problem up to that point. And so I emotionally, I would think I was already going through postpartum depression. And so when people were making comments and stuff, it made it worse. And I went in the house. I didn't want to go anywhere. I started exercising, a lot. And eventually, the weight did come down. Most of the pregnancy weight did come down because I think I had like 20 pounds. Tell you the truth, I wish I was that size again. I wish I was about 20 pounds overweight after I had my oldest son. I was 20 pounds overweight. I wish I was back to that size. I want to go back to that size. Can I go back to that size? I want to go back to that size. I look back at my pictures. I said, I don't know how I thought I was fat, but I was 20 pounds overweight, and people were making snide remarks and everything like that. I was already going through postpartum depression, and I didn't know how to, emotionally and mentally, I didn't know how to deal with it because I had never had a weight problem up to that point, never had issues with weight. Never, I wasn't used to people commenting about my weight. I just wasn't used to it. And then I was extremely weight conscious on top of that. So I remember when I had my oldest son, I started working out to Gil Jankowicz. If you guys remember this guy, he used to come on ESPN and he used to work out in Hawaii. It would be him and be like two or three other people, and he would always work out in Hawaii. Let me know in the comment section if you guys remember him. Gil Jankowicz. I don't know if he's still out there, but he used to come on ESPN. And boy, I used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning like clockwork every morning working out to him. I'll turn on ESPN and I'll work out to this guy every morning, every morning. He worked out on the beach. It was so beautiful there. And he'd work out on the beach, in Hawaii. And I used to work out to Gill. I used to love working out to Gill every morning. And eventually, then I started doing some dance exercises and walking, everything. And about, a year, a few months to a year after I had my son, the weight came back down. Of course, I was still young yet, too. So, but I just remember the remarks and comments people would make and everything after I had my son. And it was just emotionally, I just couldn't handle it. And then after that, I started picking up, as gradually started picking up weight again after that. And then at that time, I was used to being fat or used to being overweight. But I still wasn't cool with the remarks. I still wasn't cool with the comments, even though I was used to being overweight. After a few years, I still wasn't cool with the comments. And when one thing about a woman, if people don't understand why women have plastic surgery, people don't understand why women, they people talk about the celebrities and shame the celebrities of going in having liposuction and all this stuff done because particularly celebrities, people are so critical of celebrities. Celebrity women in particular, people are very critical of the celebrity women. It's like paparazzi is no good. They take pictures of them and most of the time they get bad shots. And then if they have a little stomach, it could be a celebrity that's really got a nice body. And then they'll take a picture of the celebrity and say, "Oh, it looks like she got a little baby potch or whatever." Come on, seriously. And so people don't understand it. People don't understand, and they shame the celebrity women for going out getting plastic surgery and um, liposuction and getting things done. And then they shame them and say, "Oh, they look plastic" and all that stuff like that. And people don't understand why they do that because there's so much pressure on them. Celebrity women have so much pressure on them to look small and look good and look cute and all that kind of stuff. And then us everyday women, and we have pressure on us too, but we don't not to that level. But we have pressure on. I've gotten fat shamed here on YouTube when I was heavier before I started on my weight loss journey. People was calling me fat, and most of my videos, you guys know I do from here on up. But I look back at some of my older videos. I didn't think that my face looked fuller, but I look back at some of my older videos, and sure enough, I said, wow, my face does look fuller. And then I have a little bit of a, you know, double neck going on down there. So I can definitely tell the difference between then and now. And then I had people coming on there saying, "Oh, you fat," and all this kind of stuff. And you know, I got fat shamed here on YouTube. So it's not okay. It's not okay to fat shame women. It's all kind of reasons why women gain weight as we get older. And it's just men, it's different for men because they could be walking around looking like they 9 months pregnant, and they're not gonna get they might get some comments, but they're not gonna get fat shamed to the degree that women does. Men don't get fat shamed to the same degree that women do. They don't, and they could be walking around looking like they 9 months pregnant and still don't get the shaming that to the degree that women get it. We get it terrible. Because I just think all over the years of all these years that I had a weight issue, the comments, the remarks, the snide remarks, stuff that I wouldn't even think of saying to people. I'm like, I don't understand how they can fix their mouth to say something like that. I wouldn't even think of saying something like that to somebody. People have made comments to me and where I would think, no, I wouldn't even say nothing like that to nobody. Of course, I don't like to. I'm not that type of person. I don't say things to hurt people's feelings. I don't make comments to people. I don't comment. That's number one rule that I have. I do not comment on people's weight. I don't comment on people's weight. I seen somebody just recently that they had lost a lot. They had lost some weight, and I told her I didn't tell her, oh, it looks like you lost weight. I told her, oh, you look good. So when you see somebody that used to be a little heavier and they lost weight, the best thing to say is, "You look great." And that's what I told her. I said, "You look good." And then she came back and she said, "Yeah, I lost a few pounds. I lost some weight." I'm like, "Wow, that's good." I said, "You look great." And so that's the best thing to say when somebody was heavier and they lost weight and you see them, tell them that they look great. Why you don't have to say, "Oh, you lost weight." You don't even have to say anything about weight. Just tell them that they look great. You look great. And then they'll probably 9 times out of 10, they'll probably come back and say, "Oh, yeah, I lost a few pounds." That's what I'm saying. I just recently, like I said, I see somebody that she looked great. I didn't mention and say anything about weight. I didn't even use the word weight. I just said, "You look great." And she said, "Yeah, I lost a few pounds." I said, "You look good, girl." So that's what you got to do. And that's the number one rule of thumb that I have. I do not comment on people's weight. I don't. And even when someone is really skinny, because you got women that's naturally skinny and they would like to be a little heavier, they would like to have a more of a curvier body. It's not good to even make comments. It's not good to comment. It's not a good idea to comment on someone's weight at all, period. It's just not okay. It's not okay to comment on people's weight. It's just not okay, period. Because even if someone is really skinny, they might be trying to gain weight. They might want a curvier figure. And it's not okay to say, "Well, you're skinny, girl." Because I said, once I lose some more weight, if I ever lose more weight, no, I'm going to be confident and say I will lose more weight once I get down to my goal weight. Because one thing about me, I carry my weight really well. I carry my weight really well. So I'm smaller than what I actually am. I'm smaller than what my weight actually is. I've always carried my weight well. And so that was one advantage I had when I was heavier. I carried it well because I always carried my weight well. So I could be a certain weight and look smaller than what my weight is. And so when I actually do get down to my goal weight or close to it, I said, nobody better not say I'm skinny. I don't want to be called skinny. So I can kind of relate because I don't want to be skinny. I still want to have a cute little figure on me. I don't want to be skinny, okay? I don't think I'll ever be in danger of being skinny, but I'm just saying, don't call me. I don't want nobody calling me that. So it could still be the opposite thing effect for someone that's really skinny, you know, because some people believe it or not, have difficulties gaining weight. I always tell people like that, either very, very, very high carb meal and lots of sugar, and go to sleep. It works for me. That's what I tell people like that. But it's just at the end of the day, it's just not okay. It's not okay to comment on someone's weight. Period. It's just not okay. It's disrespectful. It's mean. It's evil. It's rude. It's all those things. It's all the above. It's just not okay to comment on women's weight and to publicly shame someone. This woman already has to deal with her husband. With one thing about celebrities, we the difference between us and celebrities, we get to deal with things privately. Okay, now depending on where we live, we may have a few local people talking about it or whatever. But we're not gonna have the whole world talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And so we get to deal with things unless we put it on YouTube or social media. But we get to deal with, for the most part, we get to deal with things in private, okay? Divorces and breakups and cheating and things like that. Whereas celebrities, when they go through that stuff, they have to go through it in the public eye. It's hard enough if you are dealing with a cheating husband, it's hard enough going through that stuff in private. Just imagine being a celebrity and having to go through this stuff in the public eye and have millions of people all over the world talking about your situation. She's already having a difficult time going through this stuff, period, off rip. Then she has to deal with the whole world talking about her situation with her husband. And on top of that, she has to deal with people fat shaming her. That is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to fat shame women. It's not okay. It's the different, many different reasons why women gain weight. And I'm very confident my girl's gonna get back down. I'm very confident she's gonna lose the weight and she's gonna get right back down. There's no doubt. But I still think she's beautiful. She just had a picture that she posted online. She had a white T-shirt on. It says, "I'm winning." I'm like, yes, go girl. And she looked fabulous, and she looked good. You know, she looked beautiful. So that picture, that other picture they got of her was a bad shot. It was a bad shot. Paparazzi is notorious for that. They're notorious for doing bad shots. Let me tell you, I don't know a whole lot about cameras and photography, but I know a little bit. Those paparazzi cameras, they take several. When they take a picture, they take. It goes off like this. They take several frames in a second. The cameras really go off like this, so they get several frames in like a minute. And so what they do is they get all them frames in a minute, and what they do is they probably go through and pick out the worst possible picture that they can, first possible pose or frame or whatever they found. They pick out the worst possible one out of all that and put it on online or put it in the tabloid. That's how they sell papers. That's how they sell papers. That's how they do it. That's how their cameras work, and that's the reason why when they take these pictures of these celebrities, they get them in these bad shots. They get them in these bad shots, and they get them at the worst. They pick the worst possible frame to put up there, and that's how they sell papers and get people to talking and all this stuff. It is not okay. It is not okay. It's just not okay to fat shame people. It's not. It's not loving. It is not okay. There is no excuse for a man cheating on his wife. No excuse. I don't understand why people think it's okay to excuse a man's cheating, make excuses for men when they cheat. I don't know why people think it's okay, but that's the worldly way of thinking. That's the way people think in the world, but that's not God's view. God doesn't see it that way. God fully holds him accountable. He made a covenant not only with her but with God. So God fully holds him accountable, and he will be fully held accountable by God. So at the end of the day, it's not cool. It's not okay. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, and share. And make sure you hit that notification bell. So every time I do a video, it'll pop up on your phone or whatever. Watch me while you're on your break at work, or don't watch me on the clock now. Disclaimer, don't watch me on the clock, because if you do, unless your employer is okay with it, you might get in trouble. I don't want to get anybody in trouble out there. So watch me on your break or whatever like that, on your little phone or whatever. Okay. So make sure you hit that notification bell. I got some more interesting video topics coming up, so stay tuned. Peace and love. This is Sweet Jen.